Hello YouTube, this is Kentro. Welcome to a basically guide to help you with your shader pack and resource pack endeavors in the future. So basically what you would want to use shader packs for is to improve your Minecraft game experience, right? To make it look more real with the lighting effects on your actual world and stuff. And then sometimes if your computer can handle it, you would want to add in resource packs and other stuff like that. But sometimes it comes down to what your PC can handle, because there are so many shader packs and resource packs, and then all those combined can basically like blow up your computer. Not actually, but it runs not that good to really play. So what you would really want to be using shader packs and resource packs for while playing Minecraft is really for building. But if you were to be playing survival with the high-end shader packs, I'm here to show you what you would want to do, and what types of shader packs you should be looking into. So the high-end shader packs, I would say, are the SEUS shader packs and Continuum shader packs. So Continuum makes really good defined parts of a block, right? And the people who work on Continuum, who also make the stratum and Continuum shader packs and resource packs, they make really defined features on their blocks. Like with the stratum 2048, it looks really close to real life. And plus they offer some free trials, not really trial, but free like experiences, like the Continuum 2.0.4, which is a finished version, and the stratum 128. And then the thing with the SEUS is it's just a well-known shader pack. There's a lot of work put into it, and the shaders look really good. So right now I have most of them. I don't have all the different versions of the Continuum because they're put in builds and versions, so that would be so much downloading, as opposed to SEUS, which simply puts it as like E1, E2, E3, etc., etc. So let me start with the highest version of SEUS I have right now, although there are higher versions. And just keep in mind, hopefully you can see this. I have a NVIDIA 2080 Super. I put all my specs in the description. So right now, when I put did I put it on? Yeah, I put it on. So right now when I have the SEUS shader pack on, first of all, it looks astonishing, right? I mean, except that green stuff. I didn't see this when I turned on the recording button last. Was this the highest version I picked? Oh no, I picked 3. That's why. But it still looks astonishing, right? Yeah, this is the SEUS with the large sun and the clouds and stuff. And you can tell it's almost night. And then the sun goes back to there, right? So right now with SEUS, with the SEUS shaders on and no different resource packs on, my computer is running at it's at 39% RAM usage right now, and the GPU is only using 44%. So it's not pushing it to the limits, right? I can frolic around, and these are my I have 60 FPS and 32 chunks, right? So I can jump around, play survival, place down blocks and stuff. Yeah, and I can do like whole scale buildings without batting an eye. But when we start to add resource packs into it, it becomes a whole different story. But before I do that, I'm going to switch to the Continuum 2.1 alpha build. It is not a finished version. It is a build 6, right? And usually they have 6 builds, I believe, or more. But I'm pretty sure this is one of their last builds for this alpha version. So this is the Continuum shader. As you can see, it's not really different. I mean, the lighting looks different, right? And then it looks like the leaves are wavy and stuff, and then the reflections the shadows just go all around, right? All in the trees and stuff. It looks like you can get lost in this jungle, right? I mean, you can get lost in a real Minecraft jungle, trust me. but we're walking around pretty smoothly, and I'm pretty sure it's slightly larger, and the GPU I'm pretty sure is more. So Continuum, a little bit more demanding, right? But again, it looks more like real life by itself with regular Minecraft textures, as opposed to the Seuss, where it seems like you have to have a resource pack to go along with it. So that's the comparison with the Seuss and Continuum. All right. So now, rather than using their corresponding resource packs with like the Soya and the Stratum, we're going to be using the Realistico. The Realistico is the shader pack that Dan TDM used in his realistic Minecraft video. I'm not sure what shader he used. I'm pretty sure he used Seuss. And it's also the shaders that I use for, resource packs. I meant resource pack that entire time. And it's also the resource pack that I use for my VR videos, because anything other than that will blow up my headset. No, it won't. But it's too much. So, for my VR, I had to switch to 1.3 because Realistico isn't really supported. But these are made for an older version of Minecraft, right? So you might see some texture problems and stuff. So it may no longer work correctly, but if you switch to the 1.13 version of Optifine, then you should be fine, right? Should be fine with Optifine. This happens all the time, with especially the higher end resource packs. And this especially happens in VR, so if you're planning to use a resource pack in VR, then be prepared for crashes and not responding to stuff. Alright, and you can see everything in the background loading in. And this is Realistico. So, as you can see, the block bits are defined. It still keeps that Minecraft texture, right? But with more in your face kind of thing. The snow looks like I can get engulfed by it, right? But the jungle just took a whole different shade of green. You can see it looks like actual leaves. The only thing I do not like about this resource pack, or texture pack as some of you may call it, is like, look at the cocoa beans. That's not how the cocoa beans, or oh my god, look at these bits. I don't know what they're called. That's not what they're supposed to look like in real life, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it still looks good. It still looks really good. This was 1.13, so no animal resource packs, by the way. No animal resource packs. This is, I believe, clay, right? Yeah, and it looks so it's called Realistico for a reason, right? It's supposed to look realistic. I believe Continuum shader pack adds that depth of realism while still keeping the old Minecraft feel and stuff. Great. Realistico is great for VR. It's really good for VR because it's just really good for VR. All right, and now let's switch that with our shader pack of Seuss. And there we go. So this is Realistico with Seuss. Again, dull, right? It's very you can still see the definitions. But the sunlight's not as strong. Wow. The sunlight's not as bright. That's what I meant. But it's super strong with the shadows. Super strong. And I'm pretty sure it's meant to actually put you in a real life environment, because as you see, as we get closer to where the sun's really shining, as opposed to the top of that mountain, it starts to get much brighter. So it's the same texture pack and everything, but the blocks look like regular Minecraft blocks and not the defined versions and stuff. And we are still in Realistico, by the way. The texture packs didn't change. Okay, so now while we're in Seuss, we might as well switch to Seuss's counterpart resource pack of Soya, which is a high-end resource pack similar to Realistico, although Realistico is a little bit lower than Soya. So if we remove Realistica and go to Umsoya R14 with the custom redstone textures, right? That's a lot of effort, believe me. And they have Umsoya has a bunch more stuff. And now this is where I start getting the performance issues, right? So as you can see, okay, let me turn my frame rate, my render distance lower to 25, and then my frame rate higher. Okay, so as you can see, they just threw away the Minecraftness and added in realism. They just added in realism. And then when we go to the yeah, this is not gonna be well. When we go to the vines, you can see again leaves and stuff. But when it comes to wood, they did add more textures. Like, they changed the textures of literally everything, but there's a lot of textures that aren't covered here. For example, diorite, regular stone, granite. Like, they didn't call for they did the sand, but they didn't anticipate villages and stuff, with the sandstone looking like the normal textures. I mean, it's a good it's really good resource pack. Again, no animal texture resource pack, no realistic animal resource pack. I don't have animal resource pack. And then we go over here to the regular, like, flatter lava and stuff. But again, all of these are works in progress, you know. But the thing I like about the sand is that it kind of bleeds on to the other blocks around it. So, you know, that adds in another layer of realism and depth and stuff. And then this is the dead bush. It looks like actual sticks and stuff. You can go all different angles, and you'll still see the same sticks, and that's a good layer of realism. Okay, let's get out of here quickly. So now let's go to the shaders. Let's close out of Umsoya, go into stratum 512, right? Because 512 is for a good PC that runs good Minecraft. And then when you get into 1024X, it's a little bit higher, but when you get into 2048, woo, it's very hard to run. That's all I really gotta say. In all my RTX videos, I have multiple resource packs because I want to fill in all the blocks. I want to fill in all the blocks that might not be filled in by Umsoya. And I just got Continuum and Stratum, so I wouldn't even know because I never put them in a video before except this one. But, you know, because Umsoya does not fill in all the blocks, I add in a bunch more different resource packs like Realism Mats and Pultra, which gives the defined furnaces and crafting benches. So now we are in Stratum. As you can see immediately, all the wood is different, right? And I can move much more quickly. And we have to change the shader pack to the Continuum 2.1 Alpha Build 6. I believe my computer's taking another little dump. All right, and we're here. Oh, you can see my I have NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 Super, as I said before. So you can see again, sandstone textures not filled in. This is like some sand, right? Was that sand? It looks like sand. Anyways, so we got the stone. The stone has different textures, right? And then we have the coal. The coal has different textures, and you can see that they tried to make it realistic. I mean, all these resource packs try to make it realistic, but they tried adding in to make it not as blocky as it actually is, right? You know, I have to use Pultra to fill in the cactuses and stuff, but other than that, I mean, you know, they have the diorite filled in, right? They have the granite filled in. They have the grass filled in. They have all that filled in. Ooh. And then as we get to the jungle, my computer is taking the largest dump. And as we can see here, again, the wood. Amazing, right? Okay, I'm going to lower my render distance to 17 chunks, 55 FPS. So as you can see, if I lower my render distance that low, then it's obvious that you're really not going to be playing a survival world with this, right? So you can see here, the vine, they don't have the sticks, like Soya did. They instead just have leaves or vines, as you can say. And then the grass, you can see all of it right here. But the thing I like about Stratum, or is it? I'm pretty sure it's Stratum, is that it goes higher and higher and higher and higher. So right now we're at 512x. We can go to 1024x. So if we switch out of, oh, we were already in 1024. Okay. We can go to 2048, which is 2 times 1024. Soya has the exact same thing, right? It just makes the textures more defined. For example, if you see my videos with the wood and stuff, it looks like actual wood. And that's one thing I like about using Soya. I don't play in 2048. I barely even play on 1024. I barely play because it's so demanding. Even when we see the menu, it's still taking a massive dump. But if you have the RAM and you want to make and you want to play active high resource pack survival, then you would probably want to increase the RAM, the dedicated RAM on your Minecraft. Oh, it's back. Okay. Now you can see the blocks are just defined to the fullest. I mean, you can see it feels like you can feel the textures. This is like realistico, but not blocky. And I'm so surprised that I can move this fluid, like, what? Smoothly, I mean. And then you can see the dirt. You can literally see all the minerals. And the shadow obviously overshadowing my my view of the dirt. And then the grass. The thing I don't like about this grass is that from up top it looks super smooth. You have to really stare at it to see the definition and the actual grass. And you can see it. And then when we get to the wood, oh my goodness, the wood. Like you're knocking on someone's door. And then you can see under here the log part. Again, really good. The cracks and stuff. You see, weirdly enough, the jungle leaves do not have actual leaf particles, like leaves and stuff. So yeah, that's weird. And on top of that, the little, I don't know what they're called, the little berries, the little things on the leaves, they're the same color as the actual leaves now. So it's harder to give it that jungle feeling and stuff. So let's move on to the liquid over here. Water, basically transparent. In every shader pack you find, water is just transparent. So this is the lava. It looks like normal lava, except again, it's smoother kind of. You still have that bean effect in the lava, but again, still good. All right, and then this is the water again, liquid, smooth. In every shader pack you find smooth water. And now, so I just showed you all the high-end stuff, right? What it looks like at its best. Okay, now I wouldn't say at its best. I mean, there are better Seuss and Soya versions. But now let's get into the computer tolerable different research packs and shader packs. So if you want shader packs on your Minecraft, like without paying, I would definitely recommend BSL. BSL is like a first time shader pack for everyone. It's good. It lets you play in survival. It's not I can literally run my game at unlimited full chunks, right? And it still runs smoothly. It still runs like regular Minecraft, you know. It's a good first time shader pack. Also, I forgot to mention, the knights and shader packs can sneak up on you quickly. if you're playing regular Minecraft, you could probably notice when it becomes night. But when you get to shader packs, they just come so quickly. Anyways, moving on to the resource packs. The good resource packs for starting off. I would not recommend Pulcher as a good resource pack for starting off. It is a good resource pack. Yes, it is a very good resource pack, but it's not the type that you would want starting off using shaders and resource packs. I would recommend, well, first of all, I would recommend Realistico, but again, you would probably want to use 1.3. I would recommend Realism Mats, right? Realism Mats is also like Stratum and Soya, where they have 1024 and stuff like that. Wait, doesn't Soya have 10? Yeah, Soya has 1024. So this is 512. You can see the custom logo, Realism Mats. This, as the name suggests, works on mats or materials, like your emeralds, your diamonds, your tools and stuff. That's what Realism Map works on, and it also works on all the textures. But you can see here, the stone looks like snow. I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, other people can definitely distinguish the difference between stone and snow. And then these are the coal textures. Again, very, very visible, right? Very visible. You can definitely figure out which blocks are coal and which are not, and stuff like that. And then you can see it's the same thing for all the other ores. Blocky texture for lapis. I don't know what's going on with my, oh yeah, I forgot. I set it to unlimited. Okay, and then I set it to a lower chunk. So you can see, again, the light shining bright. You can see the little purple, the little effect you get. That's a little attention to detail you can see. Anyways, these are the oak leaves. Again, moving like actual leaves. But again, this is a very good texture pack and resource pack for beginner people who use them. And it's also a very good resource and texture pack for people who don't have that good of computers. I mean, all computers are good, right? But performance-wise, when using these games, how they perform, right? The smoothest ones are probably not Realistico, BSL and Realism Mats. And now let's check out the mats in the name, just for fun. I mean, Soya, I'm pretty sure, has mats and armor and stuff. So right here, the diamond sword, again, really, really good looking. It looks like an actual sword that you want to go into battle with. And then you have the chest plate. It doesn't look like anything different, but when you put it on, it looks like this. So yeah, and that's basically about all the comparisons. So what I have to say is that Continuum is a good standalone high-end texture pack and resource pack. Seuss and Soya have really good shader packs and resource packs, but you would probably want to use other resource packs on top of it, like to fill in the other spaces and stuff. And Realistico is great for VR, and you would definitely I would recommend using Realistico if you're using Soya. BSL and what's this text? Realism Mats, great for new shader pack, resource pack users. And basically that's about it for this comparison video. But lastly, I have to get into the prices, okay? So, Continuum offers a ray traced version, which is a monthly subscription for, I believe, I am not certain, $15 a month. Do not take my word for that. It could be $5, could be $10. I do not remember, but I know it's not over 20. I know it's not over 20. It also provides a one-time purchase for the one I have right now, the Alpha Continuum 2.1, for, I believe, so one of them costs $25. One of them costs $25. I do not remember which one. Okay, let's just say, right, if you want Stratum, if you want the 2048 Stratum, if you want Stratum and Continuum, the Alpha Continuum, that costs you a total of 40 United States dollars. And then the SUS, ranging, right, I believe the Patreon subscription to subscribe to Sonic Ether to get the SUS shader packs is $20 a month. Now, you could cancel the Patreon at any time. Same thing with Continuum. But I don't make any money from these videos. And then, so that's $20. That's $20 right there for the newest and to the oldest SUS shader packs currently out. And then Soya, again, it's its own subscription, but Sonic Ether and Soya kind of work together, kind of linked. That costs a separate $20. So together, SUS and Soya cost $40 in total, similar to the Continuum Stratum shader packs and resource packs. And lastly, the Realism Mats ranges. I believe Realism Mats is $10 on Patreon. Again, Patreon. And then BSL, completely free. BSL I got for free. You can find it in the link of many description videos. Many, shader description videos. I'll put that in the link as well. So, yeah, that's basically it for this video. If you liked the video, don't forget to share it with your friends and leave a like if you want to see more types of content. This content in particular is not going to be constant. It's probably going to be my regular RTX series, and then that's about it. But yeah, see you guys later.